Alrighty, what's going on everyone, and welcome back to Horizon Zero Dawn. Last time we left off, we finished up the cauldrons, and now we can head on to the main missions. So a couple of updates. I ended up getting the rest of the weapons that I wanted. I think this is pretty much the only weapon I wanted, and I had to get a certain heart for that. Or maybe it was this one, I don't know. I don't remember. But I got that, and then I got the rest of the outfits I wanted. So, yeah, we're pretty much ready to go. There's no more quests to do. Like I said, this one I have to just continue with the main story, basically. This one, we're going to wait until the end of the game, or after I finish the game. And I also finished all the tutorials. So, yeah, we're ready to move on to the end of the game. And so yeah, or at least we're ready to continue with the main story. I don't know about the end of the game, but we'll try. But the other thing I wanted to update you on is my PS5 controller has been fixed by me. Luckily, the R2 button issue is pretty common. So there were... Oh god, please don't fall. Okay, there we go. So, you know, there's a lot of discussions about it on the internet. There's plenty of videos on like how to take apart your controller and stuff and replace the springs. So that's what I did. I took apart my controller, bought some springs for $5, and replaced it, put it back together, and it seems to be working. It seems to be working just fine. See, before, if I would barely touch the R2 button, like you'd just hear this. Hear those clicks in game. That's what you would hear. But now it's fixed. So hopefully it'll hold for a while. If not, I can always replace the spring again because I have quite a few springs. So that's good. I am glad that it's easy to take apart the PS5 controller because I did not want to have to spend another $70 on the controller just to have it break, you know, in a couple months. So yeah, at least I fixed it. But anyway, let's move on.
I'm heading down.
I've spent a lifetime trying to uncover the secrets of this world. Where the machines came from. How the old ones achieved such marvels only to fall into silence and death. A lifetime of failure, as year by year, decade after decade, I hit walls I could not break, doors I could never breach.
Hello.
Until a Nora huntress marched out of the savage east. And voila, for her, all the deepest secrets of the earth were laid bare. I suspect you will have an easier time with this door than I did years ago.
Hold for identiscan. Genetic profile confirmed. Entry authorized. Malfunction. 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 Malfunction.
Are you kidding me?
You don't hear me laughing.
Shut up. There's gotta be another way. Hey! Elizabeth Sobeck here! Requesting access!
Access request acknowledged. Root command functions available. Do you wish to proceed?
I do! Get me through this door!
Analyzing. Primary access inoperable due to mechanical failure. Emergency venting procedure likely to circumvent blockage. Do you wish to proceed?
Yes.
Emergency venting authorized.
I underestimated it. So by now,
Well, that's alerted everybody.
Guess you can't have everything.
that will draw attention. We won't have this place to ourselves for long now.
We? Last I checked, I was the one risking my life down here.
Yes, fine. Now will you please get moving? There's so much to learn in less time than I'd hoped.
All right.
Welcome to Project Zero.
I like how she just said,
Zero Dawn.
you know, open for me because I'm Elizabeth, and then they're all like,
Are you
okay.
really so surprised?
Facility diagnostics detect multiple failures.
All right, what is this? Something about an incident. I don't know. I just don't have the time to like read through all this stuff. I also found a couple of logs when I was playing off recording, but I don't remember where they were. They were basically just sales pitches. Yeah, it was like this one. Hey fitness buffs, how's that summer six-pack coming? Need a little extra boost? Yum Now loaded protein cartridges are 30% off through July 15th. Yum Now loaded protein cartridges are made from 100% all-natural whey protein, and talk about easy. Just install any Yum Now nutritional printer and you'll be on the fast track to the real beach real bod you always wanted. Yum Now, leave avatars sexing to the fugs. What? Yeah, so that's basically what I found. Just a bunch of like sales things, like commercials. I don't know. Whatever. Doesn't matter. It's not important.
So, what was this room?
An entrance hall, perhaps. Have a look around.
Okay. We need support too. Alright. You see, I would like to read all of this stuff. You know, I kind of like trying to make different voices in games, even though I'm not very good at it. But, you know, sometimes there's just too much text. You know, if it's like a few sentences, I'll read it, but if it's like paragraphs long, it's like, god damn, it's just gonna take forever to read.
Please take a seat and wait for your name to be called. A selection of beverages and snacks are available.
In a smaller room.
Restock or else. For the 5th time, please restock the lounge's selection of herbal teas. If I have to listen to one more egghead throw a tantrum because we're out of the organic cucumber mint or blackberry sage varietals, I am gonna lose it. Please respond in this time, no tempest in a teapot or steep demand jokes, okay? Alright. Yeah, back when I first started, you know, making videos and streaming and stuff, I used to read everything, and I tried to use different voices and all that. Because voice acting is pretty interesting. Would it be possible to improve the soundproofing between VR1 and the lounge area? Most of the candidates stay quiet during the presentation, but the ones who scream or sob can be plainly heard by candidates waiting their turn in the lounge. Just a thought. Alright. Yeah, voice acting has always been interesting to me, but, you know, when you have a voice like mine, it's like,
Please proceed into viewing
not a whole lot of emotion behind my voice, so it's kind of hard for me to, you know, act, I guess. We're gonna get a cutscene, or we're gonna get dialogue.
A holographic theater.
CD01 data intact. Initiating playback.
Oh, now we get a cutscene.
Welcome to Project Zero Dawn. I am General Harris, Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff of the United States of America. I'm sure you've heard the rumors that Zero Dawn is a top-secret superweapons program, the technological miracle that will save us from the Pharaoh Plague, if Operation Enduring Victory can hold off the robots long enough. The reason I'm sure you've heard the rumors is that I'm the one who spread them, and they are all lies. Zero Dawn is not a superweapons program, and it will not save us. Nothing will save us. And here's why. By the time the glitch was noticed, it was already too late. Nothing could stop the Pharaoh Plague. Nothing can. Its robots will continue to replicate and devour the biosphere. Life on Earth will be destroyed. Our planet reduced to a barren sphere. Global extinction is inevitable. No matter how many we kill, the robots just keep exponentially making more. If we had their deactivation codes, we could shut them all down. The entire swarm. But since their cryptographic protocols use polyphasic entangled waveforms, cracking a code set would take half a century. At best, we've got 16 months. Not exactly what you'd call a survival option. The destruction of a biosphere is not the sort of apocalypse you can wait out in a fallout shelter or a space station. There will be no Earth left to reclaim. Just a lifeless, toxic rock with several million Pharaoh robots on it, hibernating, waiting for something to eat. This is the horrible truth behind the lies of Operation Enduring Victory. My lies. Lies designed to inspire millions of innocents to sacrifice themselves in battle. Why? One reason. To buy time for you and the work you will do here. 0 Day. The day that life on Earth ceases to exist is coming fast. It cannot be stopped. The hope of Zero Dawn is that something new might come after. But I will leave it to Elizabeth Sobek to shine that thin ray of light into the darkness. Harris, out.
Uh-huh. You want to explain that to me, Silence? Or Aloy?
That doesn't make sense. Life on Earth didn't cease to exist.
He said it could not be stopped.
But it was. Somehow Elizabeth saved us. I've got to keep looking. Find out how she did it.
The only thing I can think of is that the extinction actually happened and we're like the second chance or something. I don't know. This is... Welcome to Confusion Land. Almost as confusing as Kingdom Hearts, but maybe not as complicated if we get more explanations.
Kestrels. They got in. Through the vents.
Let nothing stop you from learning the truth.
Spread out!
Oh.
If it moves, kill it!
What is this place? Two?
I mean, is this really going to be an issue? I'm level 44. I think this guy might have seen me. We'll just wait here, hope nobody sneaks up on me. There we go. There's one. What about you? I want to take out this,
Let's do this.
oh, shoot. Nope, too slow. I'm surprised that worked. I'm really surprised. And then we'll just wait for him to come by and see what happened. Of course, my stealth kill didn't work. There.
We're too close to the tribal crypt to stop us now. The data points, what did they contain?
Well, let me see. Counselor guidelines. Did not scan. Counselor guidelines. I don't know. You see, the problem with me and reading is I can't read fast. You know, it takes a while for the words to, like, actually register in my brain. Because that's just how it works. Okay, this is that thing. There we go. Oh.
With Suzanne Alpert, environmental scientist. Doctor?
I'm sorry, I wasn't,
Just stating your name. What were you thinking about, Doctor?
Nothing the General said, not really. I was on the Syzygy East Response Team in 2051, just after the second earthquake compromised the reactor. I still dream about it after all these years. The red zone spreading on the imaging slowly, so slowly, like a hand opening its fingers.
Your involvement in that event is why you were asked for by name.
Really? That's interesting. Because nothing worked. Nothing could grow there again. It was a catastrophic failure. But the red zone is a blip compared to global-scale biomass reduction. The biosphere and hydrosphere will collapse, render the Earth uninhabitable long before the robots finish us. Enduring victory can't buy time against that. So, you'd better show me what Zero Dawn really is.
Alright. Oh look, we have another one.
There is some mistake. I don't understand why I was brought here. Why would you show me these things?
I know that there's already a lot to take in.
In the waiting area, I was seated with a Nobel laureate in biophysics and a monk, I think. He spoke neither English nor Mandarin. It is very strange. And General Harris? What was he talking about? The robot swarm, the Pharaoh plague? I understand it is terrible, but it really cannot be stopped? Why tell us this? There are people in Shanghai, my friends, my family. They have joined Operation Enduring Victory already. It is for nothing? We will all die?
We're going to be able to answer some of these questions.
I just want to know why I am here. It doesn't make sense to me.
You were brought here because of your skill set.
No, that can't be right. I am an art historian. I know Dutch masters, Japanese calligraphy, Gerhard Richter. What does that matter now?
Yeah, we're not gonna listen to all these. We're definitely not gonna listen to all this. Like, look at this. I picked up 7 different things. We got Tom Peach here. Apparently the machines feed off people. I don't know how that works, but apparently it does. And then we have this, I don't know. Like, I want to go through all this stuff. But like I said, it would just take too much time. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how all this stuff works. Or, you know, don't really know what's going on. That's why I'm hoping, you know, we mostly learn about this stuff in cutscenes. I don't want to have to go through all this in order to figure out what's going on. Yeah, there's just too much stuff here. Ugh. Yeah, so we'll just read through this or skim through it. If you really want to read it, you can pause the video. It's fine. I really wish I could, you know, speed read. That would be awesome. Just like skim over this real quickly and just have a complete understanding of what all the words mean. But unfortunately, my brain doesn't work that way. Alright. Let's go ahead and move on.
Hello?
CD02 data intact. Initiating playback.
Elizabeth Sobek.
You've heard the bad news, and it's all true. The Pharaoh plague is devouring the biosphere. Life itself will cease to exist. But does that have to be the end? What if we could give life a future? What if we could build a kind of seed from which, on a dead planet, life could blossom anew. This is the aim, the hope, of Project Zero Dawn. To create a super intelligent, fully automated terraforming system and bring life back from lifelessness. What would such a system require? At its core, it would need a true AI, fully capable of making the trillions of decisions necessary to reconstitute the biosphere. An immortal guardian, devoted to the reflourishing of life. We call it Gaia. Mother Nature as an AI. But that's just the core of the system. She will need to be surrounded and empowered by a comprehensive suite of subordinate functions. Think of them as extensions of Gaia's mind, each dedicated to a specific purpose. Now, these aren't AIs, but make no mistake, each presents an engineering challenge more profound than anything the human species has ever before attempted. Hardware that preserves and then gestates the billions of seeds and embryos from which life will be reborn. The construction of underground facilities to hold it all. And that's just the start. We don't have to build the entire system. The beauty of a fully automated terraforming system is that it can build itself. Now, over the days to come, you'll learn how all these functions, all these pieces that you'll be working on, fit together. How we'll race the clock to execute our harvest initiatives, write the software, build the tech and the facilities. How we'll lock it down and seal it up before the inevitable occurs. But even more important, you'll know how it doesn't end here. How Gaia will generate those deactivation codes General Harris talked about, and build the transmission arrays to broadcast them, shutting down the Pharaoh robots for good. How Gaia will not just build, but imagine any conceivable robot it needs to do its work across centuries. From detoxifying the Earth's ravaged atmosphere and poisoned seas, to the regreening of the Earth from cryopreserved seed stalks, to rewilding the Earth with animal life. And then, when all that is done, how a new generation of human beings, spawned at cradle facilities around the globe, will partake of Apollo, the vast archive of human knowledge and cultural achievement from which they will learn of us, our world. And most important, how not to repeat our mistakes. It's not an impossible dream. It is within our grasp if we work tirelessly and stop at nothing to achieve it. We can't stop life from ending. But if you will help me, help Gaia, we can give it a future. Join me and help make that future real.
The whole Earth destroyed, but then remade?
Yes. By a machine. A machine of creation.
Elizabeth did this. For life. For us. But why Hades then? If it was part of Gaia, how did it end up in the wreckage of a Pharaoh robot? And why does it want to kill me? And Apollo, the archive of knowledge, what happened to that?
I'm as confused as you are. Maybe the answers lie ahead.
Alright, so I was kind of on the right track. I mean, it does sound like the extinction happened, you know. I guess that's why it's called Horizon Zero Dawn, because this is after the extinction. The extinction happened on Zero, I guess. and now it's the dawn of a new age. So that actually makes some sense where, you know, a new generation of humans are born. And Aloy may be the first of them, because all we know about Aloy is she came out of a mountain, basically. That's where they found her. So I don't know. I don't know if the rest of the humans were also created that way or what. Or are they actual survivors of the extinction? I don't know. But the Apollo thing looks a lot like our focus, because it was in the shape of a triangle, and our focus does help us figure things out a lot, which, you know, uses knowledge. So I wouldn't be surprised if our focus is Apollo, or, you know, somehow related to Apollo. So yeah, I don't know. Go ahead and continue on. I think we're just gonna get a whole lot of lore in this section. I don't know if we're gonna be fighting anybody. Counselor guidelines. Can I just open that up? There. That's all I wanted. Oh yeah, here's the thing, the cutscene we just saw. Yeah, also, you know, everything's based around Greek gods, which kind of makes sense because Greek mythology, that's kind of how things work. The gods created everything. But, yeah, I feel like there was something else I wanted to say about that cutscene, but I don't remember what it was. Make your selection. Wait. Are you kidding me? Now I don't even know. I don't even know where that would be. Yeah, I have no clue. Oh well. All it said was make your selection, so that's not really helpful. Oh, here it is. Okay. Or, hang on. We're now in possession of information regarding the true nature and purpose of Project Zero Dawn, classified far above top secret. As such, we regret that you cannot be allowed to leave this facility. There are 3 options available. So... 80-hour work weeks, holy crap. Upon successful completion of the project, you and your immediate family will be transferred to Elysium. Indefinite detention. You'll be confined indefinitely. Oh my gosh. So if you refuse, you get locked up anyway. And then you die. Okay, and then euthanasia is... Oh, they just kill you. So that you don't have to see what happens. Okay. So you have 3 options. Either help work on the project, get locked up and then die to the plague, and then just get put to sleep. Interesting. That is really messed up. Alright, pick up some more health. Then we go through the next door. I know as soon as I stop carrying this, I'm gonna run into enemies.
Intruder! Get her!
Oh. See? Come on, man. Come on. Hit him. He's one shot. Well, good thing I didn't put it down. I was about to just leave it there. I'm gonna wait. Because there's probably like a bunch of audio logs around here. And we're just gonna read them. I mean, yeah, we're gonna read them. Because listening to them just takes way too much time. Alright, anything? Anything around here? Yep. More from Tom Peach. I think that's where it came from. Did I go in here? No, I didn't.
Power's down.
Is there another
Now,
route?
those lame FBI black hats at Mockingbird back.
Nope. Hang on. Did not mean to play that. Okay. Like I said, just skim through it. Not actually gonna read all this stuff. Alright. Oh. No, I don't want to pick up that. There's too many things. There's too many things. Alright. Now we head down here.
Here we go. Another one of these. Need to find the... There's a part missing.
Hey,
Maybe
I'm
there's a
done with
storage
Brett's
area
incompetence,
nearby.
okay? Somehow, he managed to install an H-emitter node backwards. Everything's in reverse. I don't get paid to clean up Brett's messes. If you want it fixed, send him up to storage for a new emitter, not me. Parker out.
Okay. I see that I might have to climb. But I don't know how to climb. So if everything's in reverse, does that mean I have to do the opposite of these? So like we turn counterclockwise, I think. Wait. No. I'm gonna try reverse order first. And then we'll see. Okay, maybe that doesn't work. Alright, let me just try to do this normally then. We'll actually follow the clues here. I don't know if I'm actually supposed to be doing this right now. I might have to go and do something else. Down and right.
Done. I should check the door nearby.
Yep. I was overcomplicating it because this message said the dude put him in reverse order, so I'm like, oh, I gotta do the opposite. But that probably refers to this one because this one's broken. For some reason. I don't know. So checking for a door. Where is this door? Hold on. Oh, is it this door? Okay. Oh, and then this probably leads us up to that place I was trying to get to. An emitter.
Found one. Looks intact.
Alright, I don't know what that does. Is there anything back there? No. There is something over here. And then we just drop down. There we go. Okay.
That should do the trick. Now let's get that door open.
Now for this one, is this the one that's going to be reverse order? It probably is. You know what? Let me try it. I just want to try it. We go down, right, up, left, down. Left, down. Of course not. Trying to do this as fast as I can, but unfortunately, it takes a while to do this stuff. Oh, up, left, down, right, up. Oh, wait, what? Oh, aha! I figured it out. You see where the Pharaoh is? See that? It's upside down. Uh-huh. I did not realize that. Oh, that one doesn't show anymore. Okay, so that means we have to go this way. So this one is pointing down, actually. This one would be pointing to this side? Oh, the left and right arrows are going to be hard to figure out. This one should be pointing up. This one should be pointing this way.
That did it.
Oh, that was...
Now to see what lies beyond it.
Oh, man. I should have figured that one out a lot earlier. See, those little details. Well, I'm glad I figured that out, though. Even though it took a while, at least I finally figured it out. Who's this? They're already in here?
Eclipse. They're here.
Avoid contact.
Lines look good.
Gaia. It's up there. Second floor.
Can you reach it?
So much for avoiding contact.
Yeah, what's so bad about contact, you know? Oh, you son of a... I hope that thing blows up. Don't you roll away from me. Yeah, get up there. Oh, jeez. I could have tried to sneak, but... Oh. Dude, where is this guy? Is he behind the wall? That missed. And that one hit. Ooh. I'm getting burned. How much damage do I actually take? Okay. That time I did take a decent amount of damage.
Or not.
Uh-oh. Take out the elites first! Another one? Get out. Oh. Hang on.
Room's clear.
Did not need to do that, but you know what? Who cares?
You have to find Gaia.
Alright, let me loot everybody first. Can't expect me to just leave loot behind. Oh look, I got my healing items back. Nice. Oh, I don't want that. Oh, jeez. I want to loot this guy. Oh, I already did. Okay. Let me scan this, please.
I'm Margot Shen, and this is Hephaestus.
Full steam ahead. Hephaestus. Or Hephaestus. God. I don't remember how to pronounce his name. Oh well. So... Okay. So Margot is in charge of the foundry, which makes sense because I'm pretty sure Hephaestus is the one that lives in a volcano and, you know, makes all the weapons and stuff. Fabricate robots that will construct the waveform broadcast towers. Minerva transmits deactivation codes. Okay.
As the name might tip you off, this is going to be the subordinate function that Gaia will use to make lots and lots of robots. Her personal forge. Except, it's not that simple. So like, you probably noticed that only about a third of you are robotics engineers. The rest, experts in machine cognition, virtual heuristics, that stuff. Well, that's because we aren't going to be the ones designing and building robots. The last thing we want is to burden Gaia with a bunch of outmoded 21st century designs. A waste of time. Our purpose is to empower Gaia to build the robots, and not just build, imagine, scratch. Any robot she needs for any conceivable purpose, designed and fabricated at a snap of a finger. Hers. Her finger. So, Hephaestus isn't really the forge. It's more like the knowledge of craft and ingenuity of a mastersmith to wield the hammer. Encoded as software. Virtual creativity made real. Gaia's already learning. In simulations, she's doing some very creative things with fractal assembly and animal morphologies. Her designs aren't about to win the Liam Prize anytime soon, but hey, everyone has to start somewhere. So, yes, time to get started. Let's do this.
I don't get it. I've seen these shapes before. In cauldrons.
But of course, the birthing places of Gaia's machines.
Mm-hmm. Alright. I was gonna say, I think I would like to be in this section, I guess. Because, you know, you're learning about, or you're trying to figure out how to make machines and stuff. It's kind of like engineering, I guess. Figuring out how things work and then trying to improve on those functions. How can you make it better? I think this is just gonna play it again, isn't it?
Hello, I'm Margot Shen, and this is Hephaestus. As the name might tip you off,
see,
this is going to be the subordinate function that Gaia
I think it would be cool, but then, you know, the creativity and all that stuff, trying to come up with new designs, not really my strong suit. That would be kind of hard for me to do. But, you know, I think I'm getting better at being a little bit more creative, but not really. I don't know. I did enjoy taking apart my PS5 controller, though. It was kind of cool. I don't know why. Oh, I can't scan that. I don't know, I like figuring things out. Figuring out how things work.
I think this is it. Elizabeth Sobek's office. But it's sealed off. There's got to be a way inside.
Keep looking.
Alright, is there a way into this place, or... there's a door on the other side. Okay. Yeah, anyway.
More eclipse.
Careful now.
Well, I got a freaking machine gun, so does it really matter? Can't move that fast, but, you know, we're moving as fast as we can. Why does it feel like I move faster aim down sights like this? Nah, it's pretty much the same.